introduce 4 parts. First one is we introduce the deep learning, and give some reasons why we use deep. Why not use a broader type? And then the part 3 some tips for training deep neural net. And the following part is the neural net with memory, but I will not go too much in detail about the neural net with the memory, because it's one of the topics. One of our students will take this topic as their midterm presentation, so I will not go too much detail about it. So in this topic, I will talk the conventional deep neural net, and also some part of the RNN is the neural net with memory, but I will not touch the current state-of-the-art is the LSTR, and also the CNN, the convolutional neural network. I will not touch it, so I will reserve this topic for you students. Okay, so part 1, introduction of deep learning. So such a technique is we already knew in 1980. So it's not a very basic, very breakthrough or some. It's actually a very old technique. Such a deep learning is derived from the neural network. And so, but why we affect it for I think about 20 years until recently, it's now become very popular, even become a state of the art in machine learning. So maybe I will briefly introduce some of this background of why we. Well, in the earlier, in 1980s, all the background, the fundamental theory and the framework of the neural net has been built up. So it's already there, but the performance is not good. Because some reasons. The first is the neural net is too complicated. If you want to get a good performance, you have to build at least maybe more than 3 years. Until now, you can see, okay, you have to build at least 3 layers, and some companies like Google or Microsoft, they have built about 1,000 layers, more than 1,000 layers to build up to do for example, image classification, or to do the language translation, or to build for chess competition, to build a very large, very deep layer of the neural network. But before 20 or 30 years ago, the computer power is limited. It's not very powerful. So we can just build only 1 or 2 layers. It's very small, and the performance classification is not very good. And the training time is, if you have to take a lot of training time to train a very good neural network. And also some algorithms are not designed very well at that period, at that moment. So that although all the knowledge has been ready, but it's at the bank for more 20 years. But there are still some researchers continue to do this research. So in 2008, I'm not sure. And this year there is some breakthrough algorithm to improve the neural network. Also, and we have a good hardware architecture has been built up like the CUDA. CUDA is very, we can use the GPU to accelerate the computation, the training process of the neural network. So, and with the breakthrough algorithm and the speed up of the hardware, the neural network has become, well, it's complex. It's complex, and it wins several several top competitions. It wins a lot, and improve a lot of its accuracy or error rate. So now it's become the standard and the daily art technique. I think all the people, if you are engineer, you must know the deep learning. Of course, if you don't know it, you didn't get the training. Okay, you didn't know, you don't know what the best technique, and I think with this technique, if you know the knowledge, you can leverage the power of the neural net, or I should say the deep neural net, deep learning. Okay. And the neural network looks like this. So here is the input layer, and here is the output layer. Okay, so we see there is n input layer. You can treat this input layer as each one is the real value. So here is a vector. So you have a vector as your input. Okay, you can see it's data. One data with n-dimensional, it's an n-dimensional vector. Okay, your input, and here it will be output. From the input, it will throw this hidden layer to produce the output result. So this hidden layer, you see, there's a link. Each link will have a weight. So you can see it's a neuron, all they are a neuron. And each neuron will connect with the input, also connect with the next layer of neuron. Okay, so here we can see almost a full connect between each neuron. Okay, so here is what we say the hidden layer. It's hidden because actually we will only we can observe is the input layer, is the control what you are going to feed to the neural net. So you can control the input layer and observe the output. But for the hidden layer, actually it's a black box. For general users, they actually know how they connect and what's their weight. They don't know. You just treat it as a black box, and the neural net training algorithm will handle all of it. It will tune the weight between the neurons. Okay, so we call it, they are the hidden layers. The hidden layers, for this example, if you have two hidden layers, okay, in this case, we call it the layer is 2. If you have 3 hidden layers, we call it the 3 layers. For example, in this case, suppose we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We have 3 layers. Then we will have 3. We can say it's a 3-layer neural net. Okay, any problem? Okay, then I will tell you how to compute from the input to the output. Okay, let's take a simple example, the single neuron. Okay, so in this case, you just have it's just a single layer. Okay, so you see, we have your input vector, and we have a link and associated with their weight. All of these will be summarized with this equation, like this. So you can see here A1, W1 plus A2, W2, and here AKWK plus the files. Here we add the file. Okay, so we totally will have K plus 1 weight. Oh, sorry. K plus 1 input. Okay. So we have totally all of these and we summarize all of them together to generate the value C. Okay, so it's just a linear combination of all the neurons and also all the input vectors with their corresponding weight. Okay, so we can generate the value C. Then next, sometimes the C will be very large or very small. So we will throw an activation function to normalize. And usually we will normalize it into a, for example, 0 to 1. Okay, so this activation function, the Z can be, the final output will be 1. So it's our output. Okay, any problem? So it's a very simple architecture for a single neuron. So here we just have, so here only one. We have only one neuron here. So everything are summarized together in the neuron and with the activation function we can output the data Y. Okay, so we can extend the single neuron to a network like this. Okay, so here we have two inputs. And here we have the neuron say 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 3 layers. 3 hidden layers. Here. 3 layers and 2 inputs. And each layer we have 2 neurons. Okay, so we can see each layer we have 2 neurons. So let's see how we compute it to generate the final output. So suppose we have the input is 1, negative 1 here, and the weight to connect the neuron here is 1, negative 2 from here to here. And the weight to here is negative 1. This one is 1. Okay, so we have the goal weight. Okay, you just use the previous equation to summarize. For example, for this neuron, I just summarized the 1 multiplied with 1 plus negative 1 multiplied with negative 2, and we can produce also here is the file. Okay, so you see the summarization will be 4, right? Because here is 1, here is 2, and 1. The summation is 4, right? And so activation function here we use the sigmoid function. A sigmoid function looks like this. It will normalize the price, the value to 0 and 1 in this interval. So suppose here our value is 4 as an input in the sigmoid function. And so this function you can see check. Okay, here 4 maybe here is output as almost here 0.98. Okay, any problem? 好，有问题？听得懂吗？可以哈。Any problems with you? No? Okay, so next, also we follow the same process of to compute. Okay, here the neuron, the summation of a neuron here is -2, and so the sigmoid function, its value now becomes 0.12, and we continue this process. So here, 0.98 multiplied with the 2, and here also multiplied with -1, and add the value here to get its next value. So you can see the result is propagated from your input to the first hidden layer, then first hidden layer is as the input, as the second hidden layer, then just follow this process to finally reproduce the final result y1 and y2. Okay, so you see the final result looks like this. And you just compute all the results sequentially, and finally you obtain here. Okay, so in this case, we can treat such a neural net as a function. This function is mapped from the R2 space to a R2 space. Okay, here your input space two values, two real values, and your output is also a two-dimensional real value vector. So it's mapped from R2 to R2. Okay, so but it's actually a nonlinear function. You see, it's not linear. It will not produce a line or a linear function. Okay, actually it's a nonlinear function because you multiply with many operations here. So actually function is a nonlinear. We know the nonlinear function is more powerful than linear function because it can model a more complicated. It can be modeled on more complicated models. So currently, if we use the more layers, more hidden layers here, you can model a more complicated model in the real world. So that's why we use the deep. If you use more layers, actually your power will be more strong. It will be stronger, but it still has some limitations. Okay, so here you can see we just mapped the two values, 1 minus 1 to 0.6362 and 0.83. Okay, so it's another case. If the input now becomes 0, we just follow the same process. Okay, you can see the result different here. Okay, so with the different input, you will obtain a different result. And the result is controlled by this way. So how to obtain this way? We will use the backpropagation algorithm to calculate. And normally we use the gradient descent, this algorithm, to this function, okay, to check, to obtain, to learn this way of the neural net. Okay, so actually the first neural net can be used. We can use a matrix to denote such a complete operation. So here you can see. So actually, such operation can be formulated like this. It's actually a matrix, right? So with your input here and multiply with your file, you can we multiply with the weight matrix. your output here. The same result, but we can use the matrix to denote such a communication, which will be more compact and more. And you can model, you can use the matrix to write your program. Your program will be more concise and more efficient. Because most of the programming language will accelerate the matrix operation. They provide a very powerful library for you to calculate, to operate the matrix. So if you can formulate the neural net or the computation as a matrix, you can take a lot of advantage from such a representation. Okay, any problem? Okay, all the above process actually we call it a fully connected feed-forward neural network. It's a full name. The full name is here. So why we call it fully connected? Because every node on each layer have a fully connect to all the neurons, to all the neurons to its next layer. So we call it fully connected. So you see, the next one connects to all of the neurons in its first layer. And this neuron is also connected to all of the neurons to the second layer. All the neurons are fully connected to its previous layer and the next layer. Okay, so we call it fully connected. And the above process is called a feed-forward. Now, because we just from here is the input, then feed the data to the first layer, then first layer is our output, and the output will be the input to the second layer. Then second layer will be the output, the input with the third layer until we reach the final output layer. So it's called a feed-forward. You have to finish this layer of computation, then you can continue to advance to the next layer. It's called a feed-forward. Okay, so here we can see it's a function. Because we say the nonlinear function. The nonlinear function just to be written like this. So as you can see here, the W just is the weight matrix. Okay, remember we can formulate all the weight as a matrix, right? So here is the weight matrix plus with the files. So your weight matrix multiplied with X plus the B as means the first layer. Here is the first layer function. Here and through an activation function, you can obtain this output A1. Right? The A1 is the output for the first layer. And also A1 will be the input for the second layer. Okay, so here for this layer we will continue to use the A1 as the input and use the weight W2 and B2 here to compute its summarization, and we then feed and throw the activation function to obtain the A2 vector. Okay, so here is the A2 vector, and then just follow this process, and finally you will obtain your final output AL. The L layer is the final output. We denote it as the Y. Okay. So it's called a fully connected feed-forward neural network. Okay, any questions? Okay, so until now we have just briefly introduced the basic idea of the neural net, and all is built. The framework has been ready 30 years ago. Okay, so it's not a very new concept. Nothing new actually here. So yeah, but there are some tricks make it become more powerful in today's machine learning main tech. Okay, so later I will show you some examples and applications. Okay, so here is an example, show you application and show this handwriting digital recognition. So in this test, okay, you can download this data set. It's called I forget its name. Sorry. Okay. Never mind. It's just a handwriting digital recognition. It will give you a larger data set with the training data set and the testing data set. Okay. So for each data, it's just an image, like this, a black and a white image. Okay, I should say black and it's also actually a gray level image. Okay, gray level image means we just provide from the value each pixel, we will record the value of its brightness, from 0 to 255. Okay, so we will record each value here to represent the brightness of each pixel. Then give you the image, and we hope through the machine by some with artificial intelligence, the machine can recognize this image. In here, this image means the number. So we hope computer can do this automatically. Okay, so it's a test of handwriting digital recognition. So we totally will have from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, totally 10 digits. So we only need to recognize the 10 digits. It's very useful if you would want to, for example, when you write the zip code. Okay, when you write zip code, it will give you some box, right? And you can some checkbox. You can write your zip code on the box. Okay, so before we use the human to recognize what is your zip code. But now today if we have a search machine, you can recognize the number by itself without the human intervention. Okay, so guess how much the accuracy of current state-of-the-art. Okay. Eighty-five. Okay. Higher. Huh? 90. Higher. No, not yet. 99.98%. It's very high. Okay, so computer can do much more than you think. It becomes smarter. Okay, so sometimes we treat such a task as a hard work. The simplest but a very interesting, very useful application for deep learning. So if you are interested about the deep learning technique, take this as an example, your toy example, to enter into the deep learning, and you can see the power of the machine. say the accuracy can achieve almost 100%, and this record is achieved by deep neural net. Okay, so how to do this? Okay, so this image is well segmented. So actually it's 16 by 16, 16 by 16 resolution. Okay, so we totally will have 256 pixels in this image. Okay, so here we just treat with the ink. It treats as 1, otherwise it treats as should be 0. Okay. So I think here is error. It should be 0. Okay. Then you just formulate. You just reshape the 2D image into a single one vector. Here you can see we have from F1, F2 to F256. Totally 256 dimensional vector. Okay, you just reshape it as a one color vector. Okay. Then you just prepare to design. Okay, how many layers? And for each layer, you want how many neurons you want to use. You can decide. You can choose the size of the neuron and the size, the number of the layers, depending on your choice. So you just try which one can produce the best. And you can use it more. It should be more powerful, but it will take you more time to do the training and to do the recognition also. Okay, so here we just produce. And final, but remember, your final result, your final output will be like this. There will be Y1, Y2, and Y10. Each neuron corresponding to here, for example, here is the input 1. Sorry, here it means the output, the result is 1, digital 1, 2, until the final is 0. It means the 10-dimensional vector is actually the probability of each digit. Okay? So each output represents the constant of a digit, or we say the probability of a digit. Okay, any problems? 有问题？看得懂吧？还是讲一次吗？ Okay, any problems? No? Okay. Okay, so we have. So your input is 256 dimensional, and your output is 10 dimensional, corresponding to 10 digits. So each neuron just represents your probability of a digit. Okay, so hopefully the function network can, if we input like this, the input is the 1, like this. The input is the image, like this, we hope the Y1, this neuron will have the maximum value. Okay, so it's very visible, right? If the input is this image, we hope the output, this output will be Y2 here, will have the max value. Okay, okay, then we just install all four. So if the first over the weight will be randomly initialized, and then we just feed some the training data. When we feed the training data, it will adjust. For example, for this image here, and through the neural net computation, the output, for example here, we expect this one, the correct answer this tool. Okay, so this should be the ideal output should be like this. The ideal output should be like this. Is the ideal output. Okay? And this one, the height. But actually, through your network, your output may be like this. Okay, like this. It's not good. Maybe like this. So you can see there's an error between them. Right? So you just how to, there is some problem in your original weight matrix. You have to adjust that. So how to rectify it, how to correct it, we can use the back propagation and with the gradient descent to do the learning, to adjust the weight matrix, or weight matrix of each layer in this neural net. Okay. Any problem? Hi. And also, the Vincent just talk about the problem about the resolution will influence the neural net architecture, right? Will influence the neural net performance. Okay, we just address this problem. And I have to say, your input, the input dimension, you can decide, you can determine how much, how many dimensions you want to use. It depends on your choice. You can use more dimensions or use just a few dimensions. Basically, we use more dimensions as your input, you will obtain a better performance. But the time you have to spend is more. And I think the most powerful part of the neural net is you don't need to take too much. You don't need to take much care about its feature representation. Before in the conventional machine learning technique, you have to design a very good feature before you fit into your model. to do a training or then to do a testing like this. But neural net is very special. It can throw such a network to find the best feature representation for you, for your case. So sometimes we call such a neural net. You can use neural net to find a very good feature representation for your task. So we call it a representation learning. It tries to learn which representation can do the best job. Okay, so you can see the model. Although you can see we can use many layers and many neurons, but the computation is very simple, right? It is just very simple, just summarization and so activation function. It's very simple, but very easy to compute. Okay, but through such a process, through the nonlinear, through this combination can form a nonlinear function and try to you can through the training to find the best representation for your training data. Okay, so the very big difference between neural net and the previous machine learning technique like discrete tree we mentioned earlier, discrete tree SVN. Sorry if I didn't teach you SVN that week, maybe later. Discrete tree, SVN, nice space, all of these are very sensitive to noise. But for neural net, with the careful design, it can, because its property, its characteristic, it can be try to throw its network to find the best representation for your text. We see if, for example, if this image, this feature is not good, it will try to, for example, this feature, F2 maybe is not very good. It's not a good, you see, for example, F1, F2, they are not very good features here. So some of the training, they will turn off the link, the weight, to be 0, to become 0 here. It means that these features are not very important. So several training here. Then you see, actually it's some feature selection, right? To select a useful feature by just turn on or turn off. To lower or to lower down, or to raise up the weight of the between their neural connection. Okay, so I hope this can try to answer your question. Okay. Okay, further problem?